You know why I always wanted to dive into Belasarius Cawl? Not just for his heretical nonsense, but for his totally not an AI. Okay, so we're gonna go back and start watching some Adeptus Ridiculous. I haven't watched Adeptus in a while, to be fair. It's been like 2 months? 2 months since I've watched it. I think the last one we watched was the Magnus episode, but I've been really wanting to dive more into Belasarius Cawl, so like I was all for this one. So yeah, it's been a while, right? It's definitely been I was not a fan of the Magnus one. I really didn't enjoy it, but you know what? It's okay. We get to go back into it. I love the title. Trust me, bro. I don't use AI. All right, as we used to always do. Will the audio be fine, or will they drown out DK with the intro?
Welcome everyone to another episode of Adeptus.
Without fail! Even now, this is so much later on. They have the new art and everything, and he still gets drowned out by the audio.
Ridiculous podcast. My name is DK Diamantes. His name is Bricky, and you know why you're here. But before we can get to that, if you enjoy today's episode and maybe you want to support us, head over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Adeptus Ridiculous, where you can get access to the Discord, bloopers if they happen. $15 tier gets you access to all of our posters in crispy digital HD format. Get that Skaven waifu. Patreon.com/Adeptus Ridiculous. Bricky.
Huh.
What's good?
What's good, man? I think what's good is all the merch you can get at Orchid 8 Talk.
How many furries do you think went out of their way to go sign up for their Patreon just for the Skaven art? Food for thought.
Come, check it out. Enjoy it while you can, because eventually I'm finally going to give us a fancy URL that's probably like adric.shop or something like that at some point, and it'll be a lot easier.
Sorry, I know I'm derailing, but whenever I see furry art like that, I always think of the meme, be like, somewhere there's a suspiciously wealthy furry commissioning deranged artwork.
Easier than being like, wait, is he saying orchidate like orcs? And like, do I use the number 8? And then you won't have to worry about that anymore.
Well,
and then it'll be lovely.
It's a very easy trip down to the description to check the link.
That is very true. That is very true.
It's kind of cozy
just
to
a
watch
little
them
scroll,
again, I'm not gonna lie.
True and valid, King. If I sound nasally, I apologize. I am at the end of my sniffly, classic, the general sickness from Anime Expo. I arrived from
Con sickness is so vile. The trick is you have to have like emergency. It's like a vitamin C supplement, like before and after. Otherwise, you are just bound to get. I don't know what it is about conventions. Like, people spread the damn plague at those things.
Anime Expo last week and was like, oof, feeling a little bad. And then I went through the whole process, and now I'm just a little bit nasally.
Okay, not too bad. It only took you a week to get better. So, considering AX or any con crud, yeah, not too bad. It's about par for the course.
Oh, actually, speaking of, you've always been really good at impressions. Can you give me a PETA, the horses here, from Lois?
Oh, God, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to listen to it in a second. If you have suggestions for a video, yeah, if you're in the Discord, just ping Pen. Probably under, like, videos or something, but, like, yeah, just tell Pen the name, even if it's in general, just or however Pen wants to be contacted, then they'll vet the video.
I mean, I can certainly try.
Here we go.
Okay, all right.
Peter, the horse is here!
You haven't
I don't know
actually
if that was good, but...
Oh, you haven't actually seen the clip, have you?
Nope.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I'm assuming Family Guy, but...
Yeah, you're right, but it's fine, it's fine. The tone was off because I thought you had seen the clip before.
Not gonna lie, that one... I normally do think Family Guy at this point in time is pretty overrated and not that funny these days, but that episode with the horse was one of the only episodes that had me, like, dying from laughter when it first aired. That shit was really funny back in the day.
Nope, sorry.
All right, that makes sense. I'll let it be. Anyway, today is a fun little episode of
Out
the
of nowhere
Adeptus.
with some Peter, the horse is here.
Well, I was thinking like nasally, and like Lois is nasally.
Okay. I thought it was pertinent to the episode. I was like, what the should we be talking about? Where I need to do a Lois Griffin impression.
Hell yeah. I guess that's. I'm fair with that, Shy. If you got the quote you want to roll with, let's hit it.
Ooh. So Shy says the quote is, And when at last he came upon the vehicle, don't come on vehicles, he perceived the
It's the Mechanicum. It's back. The Mechanicum has come back.
distress of the engine therein, and forthwith struck the rune, and it was good. Thereupon the engine ignited and was filled with strength. This...
I don't think he's
know
going to
what
know
this.
this.
This almost seems like some sort of AdMech thing.
Oh, is he going to prove me wrong?
Just because it seems like some... Like, the quote is very obviously some dude that is fixing a rune on an engine, and then it's like, ooh, look, it's all bubbling with strumpth.
Yeah,
But it seems more magic than it seems AdMech.
He's losing it.
Okay.
He's losing
no,
it.
it's fair because like it's doubly tough to properly get a quote for this one because like there are quotes, but normally the quotes about the topic come from the topic itself, and it's just a little like you know. So I think we should just roll with it, and we should just get into the episode if anything, and not waste too much time.
He's a little sus.
Fair. All right, let's do it.
So we've been doing some character episodes lately, always a fun topic. And
Yes, they are.
We thought that, we did a couple ones previously. We did Savitar. We did some Chaos folks and things like that. And maybe it's about
Death
time
to the False Emperor, sure.
Death to the False Emperor. And it's time we do a bit of an Imperial one. And this will be not a too tough one because you actually know a lot about this character already.
Oh.
We read a book about them.
Oh, this is gonna be a perfect one. Wait, so DK is not gonna be able to play the ignorant fool in this one. He's gonna be like, I am informed. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Oh, it's Vegeta. Okay, yeah. So we're learning about Vegeta today, everybody. Okay.
Does that give you maybe a bit more of a hint that we read a book about them, combined with the quote?
Makes me think. Now it makes me think Arkan Land because Land Raider.
No, but
it's
would
obviously an engine, right?
That would make a really good episode, though. We should we should talk about Arkan Land and like the memes, the truths.
What's in the books? What he
What's in
actually
the books.
did? Yeah, that would be a very good episode. Next week on Adeptus Ridiculous.
That would not suck. Okay. No, we're talking about the other major AdMech character today.
Belasarius Cawl, clearly.
Belasarius Cawl.
I was half joking, but I was like, actually, that makes sense.
That's a cool art, though.
I mean, we did read a book about the guy.
We did, yeah.
Archmagos Cawl, Belisarius Cawl, Mad Scientist Cawl,
So it's Belisarius, not Belisarius.
not Fabricated
My bad.
General Cawl.
Nope. That's what he wants to be, right?
Well, sort of.
Sort of.
And that's kind of what goes a little bit in this.
Okay.
I mean, it's a tough one, but like, okay, Belisarius Cawl. Very popular.
The belly boy.
Well, he does.
Belly
he does
boy.
have like the funny belly.
He does. He does a little bit of, and he has more attachments than.
An
not much human
easily
in there.
swooned girl.
You
You got the vibe, but it needs salt to taste a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
definitely needs a little seasoning, a little time on the grill. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, regardless. So we did read Belisarius Cawl, The Great Work. It is I think we both left the book like okay on it. I don't think we loved it.
Isn't Guy Haley the one? Wait, is Guy Haley the one who wrote the Ark of Omen? I feel like I know the name. I feel like I know the name Guy Haley. What else did he write if not that?
Yeah, it was all right.
I gave it like a B-, maybe a C+. I think
I'm trying to remember. His great work was that he wanted to.
Oh, well, I mean, if you don't remember The Great Work, then clearly it wasn't the most the staple of books.
Yeah.
So
It had
It was-
something
it was
to do with
the-
like Blackstone, right?
There's a lot of things. This the Primaris project was a big part
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. I definitely remember the
Oh.
Primaris project. and
Oh
he had
my
the-
God! Wait.
the
Because the Primaris was a massive controversy with the community, right? Because basically it devalued all of the older Marines. So like, was this book like the segue into the Primaris? Like, was this their way of like making the Primaris thing canon? So like, is this like the catalyst of what forced everybody to buy Primaris Marines? Because that'd be pretty damn funny.
Primaris bodyguard that was constantly suffering, but was uber powerful.
There's that. I mean, the great work I think kind of referred to like it was kind of like a bit of a colloquial. It was utilized in a lot of different ways. There were a lot of things that were classified as the great work, but in that case, you could argue it's the Primaris Marines. You could say that it was the Blackstone pylons wasn't it to destroy the warp? Actually,
Yeah, I thought it was like to just silence the warp, right? With as much
too.
Blackstone as he could get his.
The Blackstone is what they used. The pillars, the Blackstone pillars, are the Necron pillars from Cadia, right? I'm seeing if I remember all this stuff. It's been a while since I've like dove into like the lore outside of like a few different videos. But yeah, look at that! I'm remembering. I'm doing the thing. I know my stuff.
Greedy little hands on. And then doesn't he? No, he didn't have a Catan shard. He tricked the Catan to come out of its shard and then like trap it in like an alternate space
so
way far away.
Spoilers for Belasarius Cawl the Great Work. We do have a book club episode on it. I mean, this is like the go-to book if you want to learn about Cawl. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. This is just kind of like his book for the most part. But I guess anyway, I mean, it covers a bit of his old history. Actually covers quite a bit of his old history. And then it covers a lot of what he's doing in the modern time. So there's a little bit of that like back and forth for the most part. But yeah, we'll chat about him. So
I just really like Cawl. He's interesting.
Goes from way back in the day, which is the Horus heresy, because the dude is old as shit.
As all good at.
Okay, so question here. I know that the reason why Primarchs can live for tens of thousands of years is because of the fact that they're warp entities or partial warp entities. How is because he's a human. Cawl is a human, right? Is it just because he has so many modifications that he's able to maintain his life for over 10,000 years? Because that's actually that's actually kind of crazy.
Admech are.
Well, no one is as old as Cawl. Cawl,
Wow, he's the oldest?
Yes. Most Admech tend not to reach past like 1,000 to 2,000 years old.
That's still crazy. 1,000 to 2,000 year old like humans as Admech is still crazy.
Because then their enhancements start to kind of go on the fritz, and then things
General malfunctions and
general
stuff,
malfunctions. They kind of like lose their mind a little bit. But
what's left of it.
What's left of it. But that is a canon, real GW photograph of Belasarius Cawl as a younger man, working on stuff. He's just a guy. He's chilling.
He's just a dude. He's just a scientist dude that's got he's just a guy.
He's just a guy. He's got like little protractor fingers, and he's got a little eye gadget and all that kind of stuff. But that's just Cawl. And Cawl was born back during, like I said, the Horus heresy stuff. He was one of the many vat-grown Admech people. A lot of people that are birthed into the Adeptus Mechanicus, early tech acolytes, are actually vat-grown and often already at adolescent age by the time they arrive from their vats. Little known,
didn't know that
known fact for that one. Most children normally take a little bit of time to like kind of get used to the world, but Cawl, because he's the big smart one, absorbed a lot of the data while he was being grown in the vat. So when he appears, he's already wicked smart.
Wicked.
Okay.
Wicked smart. He was born.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just saying, Shai said actually before the comments, Cawl was born before the heresy and even before the Emperor came to Mars.
Oh, sure. But like, I'm referring more to like his time in the heresy. But yeah, he was born before them. It's just often easy to describe Cawl as being 10,000 years old because that's like the time frame. But yes, he is even before that because he has was, spoke to the Emperor himself.
Wait. So it's before if it's before the Emperor came to Mars, is it before the Emperor shoved the Void Dragon shard in Mars? Like, because then that would have been like in the Middle Ages. No, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like that. The timeline's gonna get really, really screwed if that's the case.
At times. Which obviously
his second coming to Mars. My bad.
Yeah. Is there anyone older than Cawl, like, period, other than, like, I don't know, a chaos god or, like, a demon? Like, is there... Like, he is literally the oldest, period.
Are you referring to... Are you referring to the universe, or are you referring to, like, the Imperium?
Let's say the Imperium. He's got to be, like, the oldest living Imperium person, right?
Well, there's the perpetual nonsense, so there's a bit of that crap.
But we don't subscribe to that perpetual bullshit here.
we don't love that, so we tend to put that aside, despite how much they're stuck in there. There's Big E, I guess you could say Big E.
Well, do we count him as well, I guess he is alive. Air quotes.
We count him as alive. We count him as alive.
Alive, sure.
I mean, we can
sense of the word.
We can debate it, but for the most...
Is there really a debate if he's able to possess the body of Guilliman that he's actually alive in some form? I feel like it kind of goes without saying. Like, yeah, he's a corpse on a throne, but he's still aware.
All that matters is that Cawl is really, really, really old.
Okay.
And that's all that matters the most.
I was just curious how he felt about the Imperium, because he's seen just how far the Imperium has fallen from, like, what Biggie wanted it to be. And I was like, how much does he care?
That's the funny part about Cawl, is that you might say that parts of him care, but then sometimes parts of him don't care. And then he chooses like a various type of personality of which actually does care. Like there are parts of the doctrine that he fully subscribes to. Like he 100% believes in the machine god, and he believes that the Emperor is the Omnissiah, i.e. the prophet of the machine gods.
Really? I actually am surprised by that.
He still believes in that stuff. He's still Admech to that core. But obviously we talk a lot about Admech, and we talk about their... Cawl's propensity for not giving much of a shit about a lot of the Admech doctrines, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah. He's a rule breaker.
Yeah, but I mean, like many members of the Admech, he believed in the importance of the human form and the human soul. Without humanity, no matter how many modifications you make, you need to keep that part of you that is human. That's why Necron's an abomination, and yet... a dude who's like barely even a brain is not an abomination.
Of course.
Because they're slightly hypocrites, but that's the fun part of Admech, and that's why we love them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
So Cawl himself got really big into a lot of the more nefarious parts of Admech culture and stuff. He liked a lot of weird modifications. For example, he liked to do little brain enhancements to himself that were very illegal, but it let him increase his own intelligence and make him smarter, which is like, yay.
Direct benefit, because now I can make all kinds of good stuff, and I can give us advancements. So sure, the ends justified the means to him.
It's also kind of fucking Giga Chad to do brain surgeries on yourself. That's just like...
That is a pretty big move. That's just kind of baller. Is impressive. Yeah. It's
like genuinely, what a badass.
Yeah.
Pausing for a second. Zinth, first of all, hi. Second of all, click the pinned comment if you're not already subscribed over there. That's going to literally just be a Warhammer channel.
Being able to open up your brain and open up your head and just work on yourself and be like, yes, I've now made myself 10% smarter. Sews your skin back onto your skull.
I love that.
I took 2 limitless pills to limit myself.
Oh. Okay.
All
right.
But ironically, which is hilarious looking at Cawl now, he actually kind of kept away from a lot of the cybernetic changes to himself in the beginning because he believed in like that human part of him, kind of like Land a little bit.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like Arkan Land wasn't that crazy tech priesty with how he looked.
Wow, yeah, actually not at all.
I mean, look at that picture of Cawl, right? Like he's still got most of his face.
Sure, he does. But yeah, you saying like, oh yeah, he cared
Real talk, I'm more surprised that his nose didn't fall off over like tens of thousands of years.
about his human stuff. He didn't have too many attachments, and the Cawl that I know, it's like what? That boy has so many arms and legs and axes and mechadendrites and his bottom half is like a giant freaking metal centipede thing. That man cares about his attachments. Don't tell me anything about that. Damn. So, but
not
again,
back
10,000
then.
years.
Not back then. I always forget about Arkin Land's insane goatee.
And his monkey.
His monkey.
Little tech monkey.
We need to do an episode on Arkin Land, but
yes.
But yes, so at the time though, and you may remember little bits of this during the Great Workbook, but before that, he had this old lady he worked with, I believe was a mistress as well. I think they might be like kind of boinking. But it was their, or maybe
boink?
it was mistress as in like master, as in like a superior, but
Oh yeah, let me stick my USB into your port.
Who knows? Maybe the guy fucked. I don't know.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. It was Hester Aspertia Sigma. What a name. What a
we'll
name.
Just call her Sigma for now, you know.
Sigma. She was a Sigma squared, Sigma grind.
She hit that Sigma grind set like a mother.
She she was
Please make sure to disconnect properly before ejecting your port.
a Magus Domina of the Mechanicum at the time, and she was really good at cloning and something known as soul merging,
Ain't no way
which
Landscape's
I think
coming.
is not as literal as it is, more so like a mixing of personalities and dominant personalities, not like not like Necron souls.
Right. That was a big part of the book. Fair.
Yes, it was.
I'm starting to put the pieces together. I'm starting to remember little bits about the Great Works now. Okay.
So she defected to Horus during the heresy. Cawl feigned defecting as well, and eventually found himself being able to kill Sigma squared, destroy a lot of the.
I want you to hear how bad it is. They're at my window again. They're at my window again because they know I'm streaming. I swear, I can't make this up. They were just here. I don't know. When I tell you guys the stories about how these guys are actually like trolls, that they just literally trolled me. Oh my God. It drives me nuts. Oh, they're going to wake up our baby. Don't you worry.
Clones and then download all of that knowledge of cloning and soul merging for himself. You may, I think right after this, you may remember the part in the book where him and one of his close advisors, a gentleman named Friedrich, were trying to make their way back into Imperial space after fake defecting, and the Imperials were like firing on them, and they were like, God damn it, what are we going to do? And Friedrich is kind of like the scientist character and like freaking out. They're all going to die.
And Cawl is cool, calm, and collected. Like, don't worry, I got this. Yeah.
Well, Cawl is also like goofy guy.
Yeah.
Like kind of.
He's the
they're waking up
overconfident
baby.
main
I already
character.
know what's happening.
Well, he's also like
they're literally in the front and the back at the same time right now. Like they I don't understand how they come here so often. I actually don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand how they come here so much. It doesn't make any sense to me. We don't have that much yard, so I don't understand. Yeah, the grass could not have grown this fast. Like, for everybody who's in the chat, like the people who watch the video won't understand as much. For people who are in my live stream, they literally have heard these guys come to my house, like legitimately like 4 times in the last week. I don't know. Yes, they do charge us every time they show up. But this is insane. Like, this is insane. I hear the baby just woke up, too. I can't, oh my God. Oh my God. And I cut grass. That's what I mean. You don't need to do this. I have to deal with this because, oh my God, it's so annoying. It's the only reason we have them is because they're my grandma's family friend, right? I cannot stand this. We're getting landscape spit roasted right now. It's not fun. I made a docking joke, and now I'm being spit roasted by landscapers. What a Karen time! I don't want to have to Karen. I already got all my Karen energy out for the week. I don't want to do it again. Oh man, what do we do? Do we continue this, or do we stop it and then continue this at a different point and like just have two separate parts to the VOD that I'll send together? Or do we just like power through it and I just mute my microphone and then I'll just unmute when I need something to say? Like, what is the right choice here? This is now where we sit. Do what you feel is best. I don't know what's best. I don't know. I like how Yura just DMs me. She's like, I think we deserve a little treat. And she's like, she sends me a picture of like the new barbecue sandwich from Shake Shack. What a doubt for the... It's getting worse! Do you hear how loud this is? I have soundproofing on! I literally have soundproofing on my walls! It's insane! It's actually insane! They're everywhere! They're actually everywhere! Oh my god! This is the wonderful content! You know, part of me is like, you know what, maybe I'll just leave this in the video. Maybe I'll just leave this in the video, and if somebody watches this, they'll find this funny, who knows? I feel like a cutoff here. See, that's the smart thing to do, but like, what's the fun in that? I could just literally watch this, and you guys could just hear in the background the entire video. It makes it unique. Nobody's gonna copyright strike me now. This is the definition of transformative. Gonna lose my mind. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
The main scientist character, because he very much has that kind of jokingly, kind of old man, jovial, wacky wahoo, Fritzy, Dr. Frankenstein hair kind of vibe to him.
Yeah. Definitely mad scientist Cawl for sure.
But Friedrich and himself made their way back and continued their work during the heresy era.
It's true. My work is very transformative with my my landscaper ASMR. I should set up a 3DO microphone and put it outside so you guys can really hear the weed whackers.
Which eventually we eventually got to the point where they went under the, would you call it, like, I don't know. I guess you could call it like not subservience, but more so like I don't know, tutelage, that kind of thing. You could
call it Cawl, really.
You could call it Cawl.
You call it Better Call Cawl.
I was gonna say, how many times are we gonna get Better Call Cawl?
You know, that would be a good, like, you know, like this Better Call Saul 3D intro. It's just like Call's face and like brown.
Cawl would probably make a great lawyer too.
He'd make a fantastic lawyer.
Oh yeah, he'd outthink the system.
Yep. Shy, I'm going to jump to that when we talk about Sedane. Which, speaking of, this was the tutelage of underneath Ezekiel Sedane. Now, Ezekiel Sedane, you may remember a bit. He was a little part of the book. And he was just a incredibly good human scientist back in the day. He met the Emperor, was, you know, like, was kind of, I think at this point, like just a major lord geneticist. I think he worked along with like Ambar Astartes, who helped make, can you guess?
Astartes.
Wow, we've done it.
Yeah, we'd love to see you outside.
We've done it. But
love you, Games Workshop.
Doesn't old Astartes end up getting little bodied and try to be like, I don't like this, and then tries to like stop it, and then gets killed, and then the Astartes get made anyway and called the Astartes because, haha, we still did it, loser.
That's for a whole other episode.
Okay.
That's for a whole other thing. But point being, Ezekiel Sedane was part of that giant, super important geneticist division to help make the Primarchs and the Astartes and do all that crazy crap. However, Ezekiel Sedane had really bad case of old man.
Oh, right. Sedane was the one that was juicing himself on Xenos blood or something, right? To prolong his life, even though it was like super painful or something.
It was doing the most rejuvenant treatments possible, and eventually just straight up could not keep it up. So he wanted to continue the Emperor's work and achieve immortality, and by doing so, use soul merging and cloning with Cawl. And if you may remember, he attempted to do this by going up to Friedrich and shooting him in the goddamn chest.
Yeah, and yep, and being like, well, there's only one way to save him.
Yeah, you gotta merge your mind with me. I'm the only one who knows how to save his life.
Yep.
And so they do the mind merge, but Cawl, being as intelligent as he is, was like, nah, I'd win. And then
he did.
And then won and became the dominant personality, with Sedane now and their personality permanently buried somewhere in Call's.
So Sedane is actually in his body? Like his mind is in there? So it's not just Cawl. It's actually two people. I didn't know that. I had no idea that there was multiple personalities inside of it. I thought they were joking with the multiple personality stuff.
Enormous consciousness.
Yeah, no getting out for him. So it's not quite like the brain upload from Soma, because that's just what Shai said before, and it's not quite, because in Soma it's a coin flip. Like, you might be the one that moves on, you might be the one that's stuck.
Yeah, but is Cawl being dominant mean that like the other one is completely like completely subdued, or like can he swap at will? Like, how does that work?
In the facility that's about to blow up. Right?
I thought it wasn't a coin flip. I thought in Soma it was like literally just a copy, and like it's just a copy. Like the U version will always be the problem.
I thought they said it was a coin flip, and it just, or at least I thought they said like in the dialogue, like at the end, they were like, oh yeah, it's a. Oh, does he say it's a coin flip just to kind of cope with the fact that he's the one that's stuck in the facility that's about to?
That was my biggest issue. With Soma, yeah. My biggest issue with Soma is the simple fact that they were like the guy just kind of forgot that he was told that it's a copy, and he just like tried to cope with it, and then it didn't work.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I guess I always thought it was actually just a coin flip. I didn't realize that was just a cope.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, in a sense, you could argue it's a coin flip in the sense that, like, well, the personality that arrives afterwards is going to think that they're actually the person the whole time, but they're actually not. But like the you that goes into sitting in the chair to do the upload will never ever be the one who gets the upload. You will just be gone.
Got you. Okay.
The thing about Cawl is that he has all of these personalities, but in reality,
Soma's on the list of games that like I've been told I should play, and it just never even was on my radar.
These personalities and the people that he like merges into his consciousness, it's like digitally uploading an entire copy of your brain and your personality into your body.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to describe, and it's one of the reasons why like it's one of the reasons why Cawl is a confusing at times character, because you know it's like you have banks of stored data that are people, and so Cawl in a sense is like picking and choosing from other personalities, and therefore
how many people are inside of Cawl?
Other intelligences. Actually, there was that part in the beginning of the book when he's like gonna go out and he's like picking weaponry, and he basically just like chooses a personality for the battle. He's like, I'm gonna go with my logical personality today, and then he was goofy looking ass Cawl.
Right? Yeah. That's right. He did, didn't he?
Yeah. Whatever personality you need Cawl to be, he can just kind of he can just kind of pick it, which creates a bit of an issue, because then you get a little bit of a Ship of Theseus thing there. Like, well, then who's the original Cawl?
Yeah. That's true. Is he even Cawl anymore, or is he? Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that damn, Shy's quick with it. You want to read that comment?
Ooh. Call's humanity has long since been stripped away. He maintains different files of personalities, which he accesses depending on the situation. By the end of the Indomitus Crusade, Cawl had artificially replicated his own sentience to the point where he could no longer be said to be a single individual. Cawl kept each sub-Cawl limited to prevent the core intelligence from being threatened.
So then he's an abomination to even AdMech, right? Because the whole concept of AdMech is to maintain your humanity. So it sounds like he lost his humanity.
Wow.
Oh man, we haven't even gotten into.
I did not remember that he had like all of the little sub-file personalities, and that's just so weird. Because that's like you said, that's so Ship of Theseus, where it's like, yes, we've repaired the Ship of Theseus so many times, and it has so many different parts on it. It's like, is it even anymore? Like, is that even Cawl? Like, that's not really Cawl anymore. Like, he's something completely different, right?
He is something completely different. And even more humorously, Cawl has, at least minimum on 2 occasions, had his mind wiped.
What?
So, for whatever possible reason that is, there are other times where his, like, memories have been wiped. So even, like, Heresy era Cawl he doesn't remember a lot of the stuff from the time because he's had his mind wiped and then has all his personalities that he's integrated into his body. Well, somewhat at some times, because you may remember he has a buddy, like a servant named what was it, Cuvo? I forget how it.
I love when they have I love when the designs just have them with like an open mouth with wires. Like, why? Like, I feel like aesthetically and like functionally, there's definitely better ways to do this rather than having your jaw just slack with a bunch of tubes coming through it. There has to be a better way. Like, there has to be a better way.
The QVO.
Sure.
And that is like, that's just, he calls it Friedrich. Because Friedrich died, but he really liked Friedrich, so he has this little cloned servant of Friedrich in a way. But it's they do the thing with like they do in Destiny, where it's like Cuvo 87, which is like the 87th version of the clone.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm pretty positive. I think he died. Friedrich died again with a battle with Necrons, and then got the next Cuvo again, which is then Cuvo 88.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember Friedrich being kind of uploaded into the servant thing, but I could have I guess I had thought that like at the end of the book he was like, "Oh yeah, come help me out, Friedrich," and the robot was like, "Buddy, I'm not Friedrich."
Yeah, he constantly is like, "Why are you calling me Friedrich? I'm not Friedrich."
That's not me, buddy. You got the wrong guy.
And he's like, "I know. Don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it.
It's fine."
Yeah, he's just coping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So he lost his memory twice for unknown reasons. He sometimes he would dump data on purpose because he just holds such an astronomically large amount of intelligence.
His storage space was running out, huh?
Wait, I didn't know. Wait, is this actually true, Shy? If you in the OG Sherlock Holmes books, he doesn't know that the Earth rotates around the sun because he thinks it's worthless data that takes up valuable time in his mind, which he can use to solve crimes. So wait, he literally did that meme where like the guy asks someone his name and he like puts it in his brain, like shoves out the other like something else because there's just not enough space in there.
Shy, please tell me you got that vocabulary meme that I saw that one time where it's like making space for like new words in the brain, and the brain pushes out the word like saute and then inputs the word bussy.
I've never seen that. What do you mean?
I love that meme. I love that meme. You got to make space for new topical words, so you push out the word.
All right, chat. Word of the day to replace something important for you. Schmegma.
Word saute, and
I think it's technically smegma, not schmegma. Smegma.
It's like, now there's room for the word bussy.
That's wild and mildly hilarious.
I think I saw that on Curious Twitter. I was like, "Oh, I love this meme. Oh, this is great."
Oh god, that hits a very certain nerve.
That's that Zoomer brain, dude.
But yes, Belasarius Cawl, and
sounds.
like there's the Friedrich thing going on with that. But at the time, way back when Cawl was tasked, heresy era things with the Primaris Space Marine project, right? That's because that's the big claim to fame for Cawl is the
No, Tetra, I forgot supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No.
Space Marine project.
Yeah.
And he spent the last 10,000 years attempting to get it done, never really could. Revived Rabute Gilliman, and by reviving Rabute Gilliman, I believe, gave him the Sang Primus Portum, which, if I'm not mistaken, is I'm double checking this. I believe it contains the gene seed of like all 20 original Primarchs.
Oh.
Wait,
by
even the lost ones, huh?
Whoa, yeah, I was gonna say even the lost ones. Wait, that's actually massive. What the? I didn't know that.
Apparently, it says all 20, so apparently the lost ones.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So theoretically, Cawl could remake the 2nd and 11th legions of the Space Marines.
That's
I
massive.
don't remember
Why
what
has no one
happens to
told me
the
this?
Sang Primus Portum, but it could. It could be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was like, only use the loyal gene seed, Cawl, and Call's like, yeah, why not?
Sure. Sure. Cross his fingers behind back. Promise. Cross
If
my
you
heart.
if you may remember, a certain Alpha Primus character in the Great Work was supposedly a common.
Dude, what is it with GW finding like these really great story arcs and then just letting them sitting and rotting? Like right now, you have all this great build up too with Gilliman and Lionel Johnson with their returns, right? Like pushing forward, and then you have the arcs of Omen going on right now, where Vastor has now made the key and is trying to unlock whatever it was, like the vault becoming a chaos entity or a chaos god, right? Like what? Like why do they leave these things? They've got to make another 12 Space Marine books. We need more Ultramarines. We need them now. We need them now.
Nation of all 20 of the genetic material, which is why he was like the most horrifying Frankenstein's monster out there and constantly suffered.
Yep. He wanted life to be over.
He was done, dude.
I'm like, I'm so tired of suffering, dude. This is...
Boss, I'm tired.
Yeah, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, he was not having a good time. But that's actually, that's a fascinating point to get to, because Cawl obviously did the Primaris Space Marine stuff, which is initially the concept that like, oh, this is like uber heresy because you can't invent, and because invention is in its own right a divine process. You do not invent because inventing is only for God. Or the machine god in that case.
Yep, I was going to say AdMech super don't like inventions, so this is like ultra heresy for them.
But in a way, though, Cawl has also found a lot of STCs in his time. He has a pretty good number under his belt. And so, like, it wouldn't be surprising if the guy, like, hey, here's all these grav tanks I just invented.
Okay, so now, I might have just missed it if they said it. STCs are like lost tech that he's rediscovered, right? That's what they're referring to.
And in reality, the grav tanks were just kind of part of this STC. Now, did Cawl maybe be like, well, we could slap like these 9 more heavy stubbers onto it and no one will really bat an eye? Sure, he maybe is taking a little bit of the piss.
Yeah, but so he didn't really. It's possible he didn't invent the grav tank. He just added attachments to it.
Sure,
and pretended it was his.
That being said, he was given a combination of 20 Primarch gene seeds and invented a new way to make Space Marines. So
yeah. So it's like, hey, you want to do that other weird thing? I guess we're cool with that, but you better do something great with that gene seed. And he does.
He does.
So the scales even out.
It's a weird thing about talking about Call's use of heretical means, because on one hand he has used Xenos tech He worked with Trazen for some of the Necron pylons.
That's right. He did work with. Yep.
You know, okay. he used Ynnari stuff to help revive Guilliman. He's done a lot of that shenanigan. That's a no. But he has also found a lot of STCs that he can point to and be like, "Nuh-uh, I found it from this thing over here," which is its own weird thing.
Yeah, Cawl is a weird balancing of the scales. Also shows the kind of the hypocrisy of the Imperium, right? Where it's like, no, these are the laws, and it's like, well, except when it benefits us. Then a little heresy is okay, because boy, we sure do like.
Wouldn't a book between these two be great, considering the only dynamic we got with them was during the fall of Cadia? But I feel like these two would make a great book.
Like the Primaris Space Marines, and boy, we sure do like this stuff that Cawl gave us, so I'll give him a free pass.
That's the weird part, is that for the if I had to point to the single thing that keeps Cawl from getting his ass eaten out by everybody, it is 100% Guilliman.
I
love
because he revived him, so Guilliman would go to bat for Cawl, wouldn't he?
It's not even going to bat for Cawl. Guilliman thinks the dude is a weirdo. But it's the fact that Guilliman is sanctioning his things.
Okay, gotcha.
I remember this. I was thinking this exact same thing, Shy. You want to read this? It's great.
Oh, sure.
It's great.
Shy says,
there's a realization that that Guilliman is Space Jesus. Maybe it's really obvious, and I should have already thought of that analogy, but Guilliman is Space Jesus. It never clicked to me. He's just literally Space Jesus. He's literally the son of a god. He was resurrected, and he's worshipped as such. Yeah, no, I just never thought of it. I've never thought about it. It didn't click, and it's like I just realized how divine they've made him.
My favorite result of Cawl bullshittery with Gene Seed he wasn't supposed to touch are the Sons of the Phoenix. Imperial Fist successors with about 60 quotes around them, who loves purple, Phoenix, uses wing symbol, they love showing off and love attention, and literally surrounded by groupies and fans on their crusades who cheer them. Hey, Cawl, you sure these...
Even if you think about it, right? You think about the ones who revived him, right? It was you had Saint Celestine too, so you literally had the holy element involved in the whole thing. I really actually feel like it was intentional. I mean, again, it might be super obvious to most people. To me, it wasn't super obvious. I just thought of it now. I've now been into Warhammer now for 5 months, and it just clicked on me now. It just never even crossed my mind.
Sir Imperial Fists. Okay, sure.
It's so fun. I mean, it's actually kind of funny too because they have a 2 on their knee pad. I know that doesn't identify their legion. I know that because a 2 would be the Forgotten Legion.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother, these are Emperor's children. Come on now.
I was gonna say these are not second. It's third Legion is Emperor's children, right?
Damn! How did you? That's one of the harder ones to remember.
What can I say?
I'm just impressed. What's the first Legion?
Some of us are just built different. Dark Angels.
Ah, nice. All right, good job.
Let's go.
Good job.
Built different, baby.
He's actually, I'm actually really impressed with DK in this episode. He's actually not playing really ignorant to things. He actually is relatively informed.
Built with the third gene seed.
Yikes.
But Cawl, because that's one of the big things to talk about with Cawl, because you talk about his personality and his weirdo combinations of multiple personalities, the dissociativeness, whatever of it, the mad scientist vibes, the goofy old man frizzed hair,
axe is kind of weird
1940s scientist memes. You get all that kind of stuff with Cawl, and then you give him a massive amount of political power. Because Gilliman is like, go do it. Go do this Primaris Space Marine project. I'm telling you to do it. And because of that, well, you don't really talk back to the Lord Commander of the Imperium and current regent of the entire humanity.
Yeah, kind of hard to talk back to him. Be like, you're doing it wrong. It's like, hell I am.
Yeah, hell I am.
I have Gilliman's permission. Get out of my face. Go take it up with him. And it's like, no, never mind. Just JK LOL.
JK.
Yeah, I mean, people don't like Cawl. The AdMech do not like Cawl. They don't trust Cawl. But also, some of AdMech really like Cawl because Cawl, in a sense, is getting all of what he needs from the Regent of the Imperium, which is Gilliman, which in a sense is the son of the Omnissiah, which is a pretty big title,
Yeah, if they believe that Big E is the Omnissiah, it's like, well, if Gilliman says it's okay and he's Big E's, I don't want to say his favorite son, but he is his son of him, yeah, you kind of just go with what he says.
Yeah, it's like it's still weird.
It's like, well, God's not giving me these orders, but Jesus is. So,
he said it.
That's good enough.
It's good enough for my book. Yeah, sure.
Or I guess in this case, it would be more like the son of Jesus, because the God is the machine God, and if the Omnissiah is the prophet,
right. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's semantics.
Semantics. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. You get the idea. You don't say no to Gilliman if you're AdMech.
You don't say no to Gilliman, despite all of the heretical processes, though.
Mm-hmm.
We got. I mean, I know Shai's waiting for this, but we got to talk about the Cawl Familiar.
The Cawl Familiar.
It's really funny. I
also,
love...
before we do, where does Cawl keep all of the Primarch gene seed? Because that, if Chaos found out that Cawl had every Primarch's gene seed at his beck and call, he would be target number one. So he's got to keep that thing under the craziest lock and key ever, right?
He's missing the actual threat. It's not Chaos. Trazen would shove that shit in his British Museum so fast he wouldn't even be able to blink.
It's almost like not even worth trying to figure out where, because he probably has like 14 contingencies for his contingencies for his contingencies. Because
it's the most important prize ever.
Though it wouldn't surprise me if he kept it mostly like under key in, I don't know, probably like Macrog's. What's the name of his damn ship? The something of Macrog. Oh fuck. Macrog's Honor. I'm pretty sure that's like Gilliman's flagship, so I'm pretty sure he'd probably put it there. Or maybe maybe it's on Mars, or maybe it's like one of his other 15 planets that he stores random crap in.
To be fair, just putting it right in like the center of Macrog, where it's completely defended by Ultramarines that would never second guess him because Papa gave him the okay, would probably be a pretty good place to store it.
Oh, not Macrog. Macrog's Honor, which is the flagship.
The ship, right?
Of Gilliman, which is also pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good to have Gilliman himself.
I thought it was Macrag. It doesn't matter, it's just pronunciation, but Macrog just feels weird.
Safeguarding it, also solid decision.
It would definitely, actually, come to think of it, the novel Gene Father would have actually been a pretty good sequel to this little episode as well, because Fabius Bile is, attempting to get a lot of that stuff.
I was going to say, if Chaos knew that all of the Primarch gene seed was up for grabs, they'd be like, you know what? We should crusade a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, Bile was able. Yeah, so there's a little bit there that Shai is posting. Though I don't really quite want to read it, just for it's probably spoilers for Gene Father, which did just come out in like October of last year.
Bill.
But a major part of Gene Father is Bile trying to steal the gene seed and all the stuff from Cawl and all of his fancy stuff. So
yeah,
that is a big part of it.
Sure.
But I got to talk about the Cawl Inferior, because it's so fucking funny, dude. I don't know. It's like
Inferior.
The Cawl Inferior Okay? So Cawl
Sure.
has created a device to emulate himself. He has created a version of himself specifically to communicate with Guilliman in the stead of himself as Call's off going doing his own shit, right?
Okay.
Now I reading the way to get to the Cawl Inferior is absolutely hysterical to me, because it feels like a Family Guy skit where Peter is going through like highly. Wait, no, I remember this. There's like an old Family Guy skit where he's going to go to like a porno mag, and he's like, it's like hidden behind like 14 Mission Impossible doors.
Oh yeah.
It's basically that. It's wild. Okay, so I've got to read this like verbatim. Located deep in Macrog's honor, the entrance to the Cawl Inferior starts at the personal quarters of Rabute Guilliman. In a hidden space within the quarters is a gene-locked elevator with weapons to kill anyone but Guilliman. Then they do a retinal scan, and then once you're inside the elevator, the protocols get more intensive, including arcane devices and weird armatures to
My cat is being such a little goober. She's just sitting here on the side, just purring, and like she wants attention. I give it to her, then she walks away. Comes back, wants attention, give it to her, goes away.
Guilliman's body, mental state, and spiritual aura. He needs to be maxing. Then the elevator maxing. He's got to be spirit maxing. He's got to be warp maxing. The elevator then descends 200 decks to where it is at its only single destination, covered in red artificial lighting, with a bunch of 3 interleaving sets of doors with meter-thick hex steel, protected by more security tests.
Love that.
Then, the inner chamber is 20 meters across and smells of ozone oil, curdled milk, and blood, with a grilled floor covered in humming machines dividing the two. From this, it leads to a tiny quarter where the Astropath Prime, a guy named Guidus Lucenti, his name is Guidus, are you shitting me? Is in the gate.
I'm going to Guidus you to him.
And then once they meet, the doors then comprise of 3 massively thicker doors in sequence to enter the area.
This is the Family Guy skit.
And then, in the Cawl Inferior's components, there are 20 separate severed human heads in glass, servitor heads in glass tanks surrounding the area, covered in tidy little cables and plates. Once they arrive, they then light up in like a yellow vat, and all the heads like scream for a little bit as they're turned on.
Oh no.
And then to operate, I'm not even close to being done.
I'll give you context. I'll leave it in the video too. So basically what had happened was Luke from Outdoor Boys did mass striking on my channel as well as everybody else who ever reacted on his stuff. And he also is risking quite a few people's channels and livelihoods. So yeah, he's not a swell fellow.
And then when to operate it, you interact with voice commands. So Cawl Inferior requires both Guilliman and the Astropath gentleman, Lucenti. Lucenti begins a command initiation sequence. Both identities are verified. After that, both are gene scanned. After that, a code from Lucenti is required, in which Guilliman is then put a sound barrier over so Guilliman can't hear it. If Guilliman tries to read his lips, he's flashbanged, which is... So
that's happened before.
What,
if he's
what even is this?
Right? How else would you know he gets flashbanged? He must have tried at some point.
He gets Laz strobed. And so once that's done, the dampener is lifted from Guilliman's head, to which Guilliman then states his own code, which is a sequence of nonsensical words that change depending on the date. And then the servitor heads open. Activation code is then required, which is
I got lost in translation here on this one. This doesn't sound like this. While this sounds really funny, this sounds like garbage from the Warhammer 4chan thing, like where they just put random nonsense where like they think that it's funny, but it gets way too excessive. It reminds me of like the Trays and Vault, the Trays and Vault meme. I don't believe this is actually written in the book. If it is, and I just completely missed out on like a bit of context, then shame on me. But it just sounds like the 4D Chan being way extra like normal.
Said astropathically to Licenti by Cawl, which then is repeated 3 times, and that begins the awakening rite. And then Licenti leaves to give them privacy. It's so fucking funny, dude.
Oh my god. I love the fact that like there is a astropathic guide whose only job on the ship sit in the vault, wait for Gilliman to come by, do the ritual, open the thing, get the back to your post.
And
all these
just
servitor
leaves.
heads and the servitor heads are just down there like, oh man,
So wait,
I hope Gilliman.
is this actually a defense thing, or is this made up? Is this actually canon?
Ah! It's like,
So whenever the Cawl Inferior speaks, all of the heads speak with it. Remember
It's
the
real?
Krogan and the Rachni thing and
This legitimately sounded like straight up like 4D Chan. Straight up.
Mass
yeah,
Victory.
singing the songs of black oil.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this communicates with another Cawl Inferior on Call's ship as well, because this is apparently a construct that just knows and understands everything about Cawl, knows what Cawl would say, and does all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
Does that sound like an AI to you?
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like a super advanced AI to me. It sounds like, it does sound a little bit like a Cawl AI. Yes, it does.
Well, it sounds a little bit like a Cawl AI, you know?
It sure does.
Cawl has affirmed Gilliman. I would never do that. I would never do that. No way, bro. No way.
And Gilliman just like, yeah, I believe you. Sure.
No, Gilliman doesn't believe shit.
Okay. He's just like, it works though. It's
All right. I'm
you-
sorry. I love Gilliman so much. I'm sorry. I know his Legion is whatever, but like I love him so much. Just the fact that he lives in this like turbo depression with like, man, I hate the world around me. This is all bullshit, but here I am. I'm stuck in this position.
You want to read the very tiny spoiler for Gene Father?
Okay. Shai says, it's a spoiler for Gene Father, but I promise it's a small one. Cawl also has a Gilliman Inferior. It's literally a very shitty copy of Robute, which is brave and bombastic, but also stupid and naive. Cawl keeps it secret on his own ship as a joke, and also as a means to guess how Gilliman will react to Call's next great idea. It's great that he has just a jokey Robute Gilliman AI on his damn ship.
Cawl.
It's like the kids that like use AI to like make Robert De Niro show up in like a Maybelline ad or something. Like he's just it's my funny little Robute Gilliman.
I think of it almost like a He-Man thing. Where he's like, haha, it is I, Robute, savior of the Imperium. What can I do for you today, kind citizen?
Overly dramatic, yeah. Captain America sitting in the chair, right?
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
fellas.
Exactly that. Exactly Captain America.
Sitting in the chair.
So silly.
But what's particular, we really should read Gene Father. I hear it's good.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's humorous though is, remember you said Cawl wants to be like the Fabricator General of Mars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Cawl Inferior wants to be the Fabricator General on Mars. The Cawl Inferior is like, Gilliman, if you give me Mars, I will give you the galaxy. That's like an actual quote from the Inferior, which is sus as shit.
Yeah, it's just a little suspicious, but
love that.
tempting offer, I'm sure.
And Cawl heard this and was like, what the hell? That's weird. I don't want to do that. I don't care about Mars. I gotta look into that. I think the Cawl Inferior's got some issues to work out.
Not an AI, bro.
I love that. Like Gilliman just like, hey, Cawl, I don't know if you knew this, but your inferior just said this thing, and Call's like,
It's like, that's strange.
Nuh-uh. Your Honor, I played nuh-uh.
That's strange. I should really take a look at my inferior then. Because the Cawl Inferior has, on occasion, had emotional outbursts against Gilliman.
Oh.
Been, like, gotten, like, mad and had, like, emotional issues.
Oh.
But, DK, I promise you, this is not an AI. I promise, brother. I would never lie to you.
I would never. I am a loyal subject and a loyal believer in the Emperor and the Omnissiah. I would never use AI. That's against the rules. I would never. Surely.
I would never.
No, not me. I'm a good boy.
You're gonna. That's like the little fingers touching emote. Like me. My with my 20
yeah, I would never do that to you,
man.
Yep.
Ooh, did you call him Ooh Wooman? Because of like Ooh Gilliman?
Woo man.
Nah, that's bad. Minus 2.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
That's
everyone.
minus
No, everybody's
2.
gonna use that now. Everybody's gonna put ooh woo in the middle of Gilliman now. It's gonna be a thing. You watch. You know our fans.
Yeah, it's
and everybody's
so,
gonna draw him with like the cat face and the heart eyes and doing the pointing thing. Yep.
It's just so funny to me that like Cawl has made an AI, not AI version of himself to just like he's made a sort of kind of
Gilliman.
just to talk to Gilliman from really far away and help him with like his counsel and asking questions and all this kind of stuff. And he's just like the Cawl Inferior wants to take over Mars as the Fabricator General, and Cawl is just like, oh, that's weird. I should really fix that.
Yeah, I swear it's a bug. I swear. I'll get right on that. Yep.
Meanwhile, the dude is out there like making brand new tanks with gravity engines and all this other crazy crap, and all the AdMech are like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, he can't be allowed to do that. He's a heretic.
I gotta be honest. There's a lot of like GW naming sequences that bugged me. You know, they like the Amara Astartes and all that crap. But the fact that they call heretics that are AdMech heretics, I find actually quite funny. That's just dumb enough to be so, like, okay.
I was unaware they called them heretics. I thought it was like Shai said. I thought they were just tech. It was just tech heresy, and they were just tech heretics.
No, it's Hera T-E-K, heretic.
I hate it.
That's funny though. That one
that is pretty funny.
That
plus
one
two.
I find funny.
Plus
yeah,
2, AdMech. Plus 2.
I give that plus 2.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Gene Father, like we did Belisarius Cawl the great work. We didn't love it, but if you like AdMech and you want to learn about Cawl, that kind of is the book for it.
Oh yeah.
As for Gene Father, we haven't read it yet, though. Based on people who, we both love Bile. Bile's great.
We do. Mm-hmm.
And Cawl is just really funny and a really great time, a really fun character to chat about. I think it might be something that we've got to put on the list at some point soon, because that is
I mean, to be fair, Cawl is one of the most entertaining characters, like next to Trazen, in my opinion.
The next step for Cawl in general for like lore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now I think he's like doing a super weapon war with Vashtor and the Silent King, so there's also that.
Man, that's got to be one hell of a show, watching those three try to out super weapon themselves. Whew.
It's a time. It is a time. Also, yeah, we do have to do the Horus Heresy, the Horus Rising book. But before we round out the episode, quick Belasarius Cawl. Well, yeah, we always do it like the last week, so we remember.
Yeah.
Quick Belisarius Cawl on the tabletop stuff, just because.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Yeah. You said it twice, and then I saw the gears turning.
Yeah. The steam started pluming, and I was like, oh. Mm-hmm.
But I gotta show this real quick. Yeah, I painted Cawl. He's a nightmare.
Oh wow! Did you really? Jeez.
Yeah, he's absolutely ludicrous. I need to find an image of him, in a different image of him, because it doesn't really go or do much credit on how big he is. Because
imagine for that
How
that
big
would
is
be
he?
one of those minis where just like you just base the whole thing in silver, and then I guess you go in and pick out everything that shouldn't be metallic.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but like
Like
even
with the,
that,
I guess you could use like the why am I drawing a blank on the spray gun, the paint gun, the
airbrush.
airbrush? Why
oh.
was that so hard? Just out of
Here we
out of my
go.
mind.
Like here's a Primaris Space Marine. Like there's Alpha Primus next to him in a sense. Like he's really
Okay, but to be fair, like the Space Marines are still tiny, so it's like he's just a slightly less tiny figure.
big.
He's huge.
He is a huge model. He's like Primarch sized.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Primarchs are not big models either. They're still like 2 thumbs tall.
That's a big base.
Yes, huge base. Recently the AdMech were really bad, but they got a bunch of buffs lately. Yay. And his weapons are pretty funny. So he repairs himself every when it's your turn, which is fun. He has his solar atomizer, which is like a giant heat gun that just does it's like a crap load of damage, all kinds of stuff. But I find his melee really funny. So he has like his big Omniscient axe, and then he has his Arc Scourge, which is like an anti-vehicle thing. But my favorite is his Mechadendrite Hive, which is basically a bunch of his tiny little pincer arms that just like kind of come out like a million little hands and just start like poking you.
Oh,
And
I
so
was going to say I've never heard of a Mechadendrite hive, but I have to assume it is a ton of little hands that just
Yeah, a ton of little Mechadendrites that just like come out and start like beep, 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 little spider hands.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a buffing piece. He's got a big AoE that does like a bunch of different abilities, much like a Primarch. He's basically as tough as a tank. He is almost the same stat line as a Rhino, which is just hilarious to me because he's so big.
He's a tank. He's a tank.
He is not
I'm a tank,
infantry.
I'm a tank.
He is a monster, not infantry, which is very very funny to me.
He is a monster.
I don't know if he's like good at the moment. He might be okay, but it's just very enjoyable to see him as
Painted
like
up and
basically
everything.
see him painted up, see him on the tabletop is always fun. And he basically has the stat line of a Primarch. He's like the Primarch for the AdMech.
For the AdMech.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. As
Not-
well, he should. If you're gonna have someone be sort of a Primarch character for the AdMech, it's got to be Cawl, right?
I mean, he is the named guy, you know.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And I mean, he is like half the points of Rabute Gilliman and Lionel Johnson, but that's because he doesn't hit nearly as hard as they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't. He's not meant to be a melee monster. He's a buffing piece. He brings a little bit of everything. He's a guy.
Well,
I like Cawl.
in the loosest sense, he is a guy.
He's a guy.
In the
yeah.
loosest
More of a-
sense.
He's an AdMech. He is more metal than man.
Oh.
He is more metal than man. That is a understatement. He is barely man.
Barely. He's got a little skin on his face. I can see it.
Yeah, he's a lot less of a man. He's more like 4 to 10 different personalities that he picks from like a class in Overwatch, and then just goes out there and is Trace here, death to the heretics.
Yeah, he's min-maxing in Final Fantasy 14 for all the weebs out there.
He's maxing.
He's level 90 with all classes.
What do you mean mid-maxing? Mid-maxing is like a term for everything, not just Final Fantasy.
Yeah, whatever.
What is he
Whatever.
maxing? Is he tech maxing? Is he
Oh, he's got to be
knowledge
tech maxing, right?
Brain
He's heresy maxing is what he's doing. He is speed running how much heresy he can get away with.
He's
It's
speed.
a lot.
That's what I would want to.
Speed
Yeah,
running.
buddy book with Trace would be great.
Yeah, he's speed running the heresy, brother. He wants to be on a GDQ, right?
Heretic, thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, heretic.
Thank you.
Heretic.
But yeah,
Heretic.
at the moment though, you know, Cawl is in the current time of recording this, he is out fighting Vashtor and the Silent King in a giant super weapon duel. And I'm not quite sure where we're at with the Pariah Nexus pack yet in terms of lore, but at some
I'm not going to lie, I need to know about the super weapon thing. That's going to be something I'm going to definitely dive into, considering that everything with Vashtor is like some of my favorite content in all of Warhammer. So like I really am excited to learn about that.
point we'll get that. We can figure it out.
You know, speaking of heretics and Vashtor, Bricky, who's your favorite Chaos God?
My favorite Chaos God?
Yeah, who's your favorite Chaos God?
That's a great question.
Out of Khorne, Slaanesh, Nurgle.
That's a great question.
Who's your favorite Chaos God, my friend?
I reject the premise of the question.
Why? Why can't you just pick a side?
Thank you, everyone.
I like Slaanesh and
much for
Shai,
watching this episode of Adeptus Ridulous.
Such a loser.
Belasarius Cawl, everybody. He's a great guy.
Why does he like Slaanesh? Why does he like the Goon God?
Hey, he feeds Vashtor technically.
Technically. Even though Vashtor is not a Chaos God.
You know what, actually, which ones are your favorite? Because Vashtor is mine, even though he's not one yet. He will be one, and he is my favorite.
Yes.
That's great. It pushed the... Did you make that, Shai, or was that a comment? Did you make... Oh, that's great. Toll the great bell once. Pull the lever forward to engage the mic and recording. Toll the great bell twice. With push of button, fire the discord and spark cringe into life. Toll the great bell thrice. Sing praise to the worst of all podcasts.
Hell yeah. See you later, heretics.
DK, I swear, it is not an AI.
The sheer girth of Nurgle. That's going to be how we end this one. The sheer girth of Nurgle. As always, thank you for watching, and if you like the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Until next time!